What's up, everybody? Today, we're gonna be deep diving into the best workout structure to tone up for busy moms. Now, before you start with the what does a guy know about toning up for busy moms and blah, 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 I am a single father of 4, and I work out the exact same way that I'm gonna teach you how. So I understand what it takes to balance all of these things, and I understand how busy you are and the list of responsibilities that you have. And the key to toning up and getting to where you want to be is your ability to stay consistent. And in order for you to stay consistent, it has to be realistic. So let me wipe this down and we are going to get right into it. So when we're talking about workout structure, there are a few different things that go into this. Now, first and foremost, we need to talk about the workout split, okay? So workout split is how we're going to split up our different muscle groups across a given time period, usually a week. So a common mistake a lot of people make, especially when first starting out, is you want to try to split up your different muscle groups like one each day of the week. And so you may have a leg day, an arm day, whatever. Now here's the issue with that. Number one, you probably don't have time to get in the gym in the first place. So if this is the case and you have split your muscle groups up like that, then that's 5 workouts that you now have to get across the week. If you miss just one, you have now missed an entire part of your body. So there's a limitation there. There's lots of limitations, but again, how can we split up our muscles to be the most effective and the most realistic? So the other splits would be like a push, pull, or legs, or you can do an upper lower. But the way that I train my clients, and the way that I would recommend for you to train is with a full body split. What that means is we're going to train our entire body. We're going to train all of our muscles each time we work out. So again, whether this is in the gym or you're training from home, each workout is going to be designed to train your entire body. So what happens there, say you have 3 workouts scheduled for the week, but practice comes up, or one of the kids gets sick, or you have to call out of work, just some life, pretty much a parenting life. And so what happens is you now miss an entire workout. So instead of, missing an entire half of our body, if you've divided into upper lower, instead of missing an entire, muscle group, you now have, like we said, if you had 3 workouts planned, you missed 1, you still get to hit your entire body twice per week, which is going to be a lot, especially for a beginner. So we like to shoot for 3 across the week. But again, really 2 to 3 is going to be, let me fix that too. 2 to 3 is going to be pretty sufficient. So again, we're being realistic. We're planning ahead. So you're not always going to get 3. But then again, if you only get 2, that's still going to be pretty good. So again, like I said, first, I don't know if I should leave these up here like this. Maybe we'll do it right here. So number 1, we're going to have our workout split, which is going to be full body, okay? Now, with a full body split, you also want to give yourself a day of rest in between. So this may look like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. I personally do Sunday, Tuesday, and then Friday. But again, you can have 1 to 2 days of rest between those workouts, but we're shooting for 3 of these across the week. So this is how we're going to split up our body. Now, number 2, and we'll just do it like this, is going to be the actual exercises that we are performing. All right, so now that we know how we're going to split our body, our muscles up across the week, we now have to figure out what exercises are we going to do. And so I'll give you, let's do a little sample over here. But basically, we want to do an upper body exercise. Now again, we're doing full body, but I'm going to show you. So you want to do an upper body exercise. We'll say a dumbbell press. So again, all of these things, like I said, I train from home. Most of my clients train from home. If all you have is a pair of dumbbells, you can do all of this. If you have no equipment at all, let me know and I'll make a body weight version for you as well. But all right, so we're going to do an upper body. upper body push, so we'll just put that in the corner. Now we're gonna do, we'll say upper pull, which is gonna be something like a dumbbell row. And I can do a separate video on exercise demonstrations, but for this video, we're just gonna show you how to break this down, and then a lower body exercise as well. So something like a goblet squat, which is just basically a squat. Cool. All right, so exercises. Now, I don't like to focus specifically on muscle groups. I like to train our fundamental movement patterns. So you have pushing, pulling, squatting, lunging, hinging, which is hinging at the hips. Think like a deadlift if you know what that is. And so we basically want to take our body through its entire range, or all our different movement patterns. It's functional. It's great for you as a parent, your quality of life, your overall well-being. It's also going to help you get toned and get in great shape. So again, now when we think exercises, what we really want to focus on here is what we call compound exercises. Now a compound exercise is going to work more than one muscle group at a time. So if you think a bicep curl, this is also considered a single joint. So see, I'm only moving one joint. I'm only moving at my elbow here. So again, this is a bicep curl, and it's only working my bicep. And again, it's a single joint. Now a compound exercise that would work the bicep is also a row. Now the row is also gonna work all these muscles in my back as well as my bicep. That's a compound exercise. And we wanna focus on those because you have limited amounts of time. You have limited amounts of time to dedicate to training. You have limited amounts of time within that workout. So if we focus on compound exercises that work more than one muscle at a time, we can get the most bang for our buck. And again, this is exactly how I train. I've trained this way for 6 years. Trust me, it works. So again, compound exercises, we're thinking rows, pull-ups, chin-ups. Probably can't do those yet, but it's a great goal to strive for. Push-ups, presses, overhead presses, squats, lunges, deadlifts, things like that. So like we talked about here, dumbbell presses, dumbbell rows, goblet squats. And so I'll talk next about how to, structure these exercises. But as far as exercise selection goes, we want to focus on those compound exercises again. And we can sprinkle in isolation exercises towards the end of our workout. Another thing to consider, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into it because we are already talking about it, but we're just gonna say structure. So another thing, like I said, since I'm already getting into this, is how to actually structure and put these exercises together in the first place. So you wanna do these compound exercises at the beginning of the workout. Why? Because you're gonna have the most energy then. And if you think about it as well, if you do a bicep curl before you do a row, you're not going to perform as well on that row. Again, you're going to get less bang for your buck pretty much if you do that. So what you'd want to do is that row first because you're going to get the most bang for your buck with that exercise. Do the bicep curl towards the end of the exercise. So again, compound exercises at the beginning of the workout, isolation sprinkled in towards the end, and we want these to be the majority of our exercises. So again, that's pressing, push-ups, overhead pressing, dumbbell pressing, rows, chin-ups, lunges, squats, stiff-legged deadlifts, things like that. So that's going to be the majority of our workout here, isolation towards the end. Now, as far as structuring these exercises and what that would look like, let me clean this off here, and I'm going to give you a little sample. Okay, so as far as structuring, there are really a few different ways that you can do this. So first, we have our split. So we know we're going to train our full body. We know that we're going to do compound exercises. So here's what you can do. Let's give you a circuit here. So we'll call it A1, A2, A3, okay? So yeah, we'll give you the circuit. So there's different ways you could do this. You could just perform this exercise. We'll say you're going to do a push-up. Okay, so you could do, 3 sets of push-ups, and then when you're done with all those, you could move on to the next. And we'll say right here, we're going to do a dumbbell row. Then we're gonna do a squat. All right, cool. So again, you can do straight sets, which is where you do all your sets of push-ups. You're completely done with push-ups. Then you move on to the next exercise. You could do a superset where you do a set of push-ups immediately into a set of dumbbell rows, and that's one set. And then you go back here. Or if you really want to be the most efficient with your time, you can do a circuit. And this is what I would recommend. So I'd recommend either a superset or a circuit. But you're going to do a push-up. So we'll say you do, we'll just say 5 push-ups. 5 push-ups, 10 rows, 20 squats. So I do my 5 push-ups. I would immediately go into 10 rows. Then I would immediately go into 20 squats. And then I would rest for 2 to 3 minutes. And then I would go back here and start again. And I would do 2 to 3 rounds. So when you're talking about a circuit, you may call it a set or you can say rounds. But essentially, you may hear me say that interchangeably as well. But again, like I said, you're going to go straight from here to here to here and then back. And see, within this one circuit here, we've already trained our entire body. We have trained our push muscles, our chest, our shoulders, our triceps. Our pull muscles, our back, our biceps, our rear delts. Our squat has trained our glutes, our hamstrings, our quads, our calf muscles. So right there, within one circuit, you've already trained your entire body. Now what I would do is a couple circuits. So like I said, you may do 2 sets here, and then you may go into another circuit. So let's do this. Let's give you one other circuit again. And how this would work is, like I said, Monday. Let's go over here. So let's say Monday, you're going to do, A here. Maybe you do 3 rounds of A on Monday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to give you a circuit B. So B1, B2, and B3. So we're going to go dumbbell press. Ooh, let's go dumbbell shoulder press. So dumbbell shoulder. We're just going to write shoulder, but this is going to be a dumbbell shoulder press right here. So up. See, we're going through all the movement patterns. We have horizontal pushing. Now we have vertical pushing. Now I want to give you some vertical pulling. Is going to be a lot harder unless you're doing pull-ups or chin-ups. But right here, we're going to do a renegade row. So what this is going to look like is you may have dumbbells and you're going to do a push-up. And again, if you want a separate video with all of these exercises displayed, leave me a comment and I'd be happy to do that. But a renegade row is going to be like a push-up. So we have vertical push here. Now we have horizontal push and into a row. So it's going to be push-up and then you're going to row. Push-up and then you're going to row. And then right here, see, we did squat, which is more of a quad and glute dominant. So let's do some hamstrings right here. So let's go a stiff-legged, or we'll just say stiff leg, dead lift. All right, perfect. So, I didn't leave you room for the reps, but we'll say dumbbell shoulder press. We're going to go 15. Renegade rows, we're going to go 10, probably 10 total. And then stiff-legged deadlifts, we'll do 20 of those. All right, cool. So now on Wednesday, you can do B, and then on Friday, alternate back to A. And see how this works? And then next Monday, B. And then next Wednesday, A. And you just alternate and alternate and alternate. Now, this is right here, solid by in and of itself. Of course, you can add to this. Like I said, you could do 2 to 3 rounds. You can work up to 4 rounds, work up to 5 rounds as you progress. If you're more advanced, you could do both of these within the same workout. So you could do 2 rounds of here. And then when you've completed 2 rounds, 2 complete sets here, you could do B. And you could do that on Monday, you could do that on Wednesday, and do that on Friday. So as you can see, there's so many different ways that we can take this and plug and play. But it's going to be super time efficient. And again, this is going to be, like I said, the best workout structure for busy moms like you to get toned. Because you're able to get your strength training in, but you're able to, again, challenge the muscles in a way that's going to make them grow, which is going to help you get toned. You're burning body fat, which is going to help you get toned. But also, you're not spending hours in the gym. In fact, like I said, you don't have to get in the gym to do this. This can all be done with a pair of dumbbells. So most of my clients train with a pair of 5, 10, 12, 15-pound dumbbells. Like I said, I train the exact same way as well. It is very time efficient. These workouts should take anywhere between 15, 30 minutes, 45 max. Again, if you're doing the more advanced version, but you should never be training for more than an hour. You don't need to train 7 days a week. You don't need 6. You don't even need 5. You don't need to spend more than an hour in the gym. And in fact, if you're spending longer than an hour, that could be why you're not getting results if you already are training, because past an hour, it becomes counterintuitive. And you get what's called diminishing returns. So you're kind of just wasting your time and your energy at that point. So you're going to get the most bang for your buck right here. So again, like we said, a full body split, you want to shoot for 3 workouts per week, but know that when life's as a parent, and you may end up with 2 some weeks, that's perfectly fine, because you're going to be training your entire body twice per week, which is going to be a lot better than Susie, who is training arms, legs, whatever, but she only trains half her body because she doesn't get in the gym for half her workouts because she's trying to do too much. But you can be right at home in the living room following your full body split 2 to 3 days per week, focusing on compound exercises, sprinkling in those isolation exercises towards the end of your workouts. And now you know how to structure your workouts in circuit fashion so that you can make the most use of your time. And the cool thing with this circuit fashion also is it's not going to negatively affect how your muscles perform, because see, we're not doing a chest exercise into another chest. As when we do these push-ups and we go into the row, we are working opposite muscle groups. So our chest, our triceps are resting while we're working other muscle groups. Our entire upper body is resting while we're doing our squat. And then you still get this 2 to 3 minutes rest. So by the time you come back to that push-up, you are 100% fresh. And you can perform your best, which is the most important factor as well in you getting toned, is, are you giving it your all in your workouts? If you're just going through the motions, again, if you're trying to do too much, if you're not recovering, things like that, you're probably just going through the motions. If you are able to train for over an hour a day, 6 days a week, 5, 6 days a week, you're definitely not training hard enough. But this will enable you to push your limits a little bit. And as well, like we said, you can easily take these and start to progress. You can start out, like we said, with this on Monday for a couple rounds, with this on Wednesday, alternating. The next week, if you're feeling it, move it up to 3. The next week, move it up to 4. The next week, take both of these and do it within one workout. And then do that again on Wednesday, and then do that again on Friday, and then add a set to each the next week. But now you can probably see how this can start to progress with you, because as you get stronger, as you get more toned, your workouts will need to become more challenging as you're getting stronger, because this on week 1 isn't going to cut it on week 12. This will be cake by then. So keep that in mind. But again, like I said, this is going to be the best workout structure for getting toned as a busy mom. You can take this. Hopefully you can read this. If not, drop a comment and I can throw this in the comments for you. But this is going to be the best workout structure for you to follow to get toned. I hope that this was valuable. And I hope you guys tune in to the next one. I'm going to try to do a YouTube, a long form, each week, so I can deep dive into some of these topics for you so that you have that better understanding. But make sure you like, subscribe. I'm new to YouTube, so whatever is done on YouTube, make sure you do that. And catch me for some more. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.